Anyone can learn.
There's no doubt about
that. Now, I stole that line from Ray. Ray is actually one of my students who I started working with over 9 months ago. Ray went from knowing nothing about trading, more than likely in the same position you're in. He was on the internet going down the rabbit hole of YouTube content, trying to find someone that could take his hand and guide him into finding consistent profitability in the market. So I sat down with him yesterday as he shared his journey, his story, his biggest days, his wins, his losses, the struggles, the failure, the trial and error, and how he got to where he is today 9 months later with my help, being able to implement everything he learned inside my mentorship group, take my software, and find that success in the market that you probably are looking for. So without further ado, I would like to introduce Ray so he can share his story with you.
So hi, I'm Ray Castellon. I've been with Mark's Trading Group for about 8 months, 9 months, and then I've been using the software for about 5. It's been a journey. It's been huge.
Awesome. Well, hey, I'm glad to have you on. Thank you again for hopping on this call with me. I think there's going to be a lot of people out there that are skeptical. They're hesitant to invest in themselves and their education. And I just wanted you to share your journey as a trader, since starting out, working with myself, joining the mentorship, gaining access to the software. What has that journey looked like for you? Just give us that 30,000 foot view as to, when you joined to where you are now. And then we'll kind of hop into some more specific questions.
Yeah. So when I joined, I kind of always had an interest in the market. I did some stuff in high school, didn't really have time. And then I came back to it about a year ago and I kept seeing you pop up on YouTube. And it all kind of aligned with the same type of trading I liked. And when I started looking more and more into it, I was just watching the YouTube, kind of figuring stuff out. And then when you mentioned options, then I started taking a very deep dive into figuring this stuff out. And the mentorship group and the actual program that comes with it, that's what helped me start figuring things out. Of course, you're going to make mistakes at the start like I did, but just honing in on what you're teaching and figuring stuff out like that was a huge help. And it's very much helped me to start actually making progress now because, you're always going to make hiccups.
Yeah. So when you joined, I know I offer quite a few things in the actual mentorship. Was there maybe one thing that stood out more for you that really helped you? Was it the call outs? Was it the master class? Was it one of the coaching channels in the Discord? Was there one thing you could kind of pinpoint that you found most valuable in the mentorship as a whole?
Yeah, I'd say the masterclass for me, that was the first big jump that I was kind of like, oh, okay, there's a lot more that goes into this than I originally thought.
Yep.
Because to keep that consistent profitability and really know where it's coming from, that's the biggest part that I couldn't hone in on for the longest time. But that's what actually got me to like, oh, okay, if I do this correctly and size properly, then I'm going to actually see profit consistently.
Okay. So in the masterclass, we cover risk management, trading psychology. You think everything as a whole, or was there a specific kind of niche inside there out of like risk management, trading psychology, or the technical analysis I do that you took the most value from?
I would say as a whole, because all of that stuff, if I didn't have all a grasp of those, then I'd be a mess.
Awesome. Yeah. So you've been trading now for 9 months with me. I mean, how have your days looked? Have you had some like pretty big winners, or if you're comfortable sharing, like what's your biggest day you've had?
I think my biggest day was I started trading off of a $10,000 account.
Okay.
And then figuring stuff out to where it was like steady. I think my biggest win was about 600 or 700 in a day. And that only took about like 20 minutes.
$600 or $700 in like 20 minutes. That's good.
Yeah. I think it was on a Netflix call the one day that I used from the software.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So someone out there who's like, oh my God, like I only make whatever. Someone's thinking to themselves, they only make 100 or 200 a day. And then to hear you saying that, I mean, there's people that are going to be skeptical. Well, like, what do you have to say to that? To be able to make that amount of money in such a short amount of time is crazy. And so, I mean, obviously I know I helped you get there. I hope that I was,
of course,
part of that success.
Oh yeah.
But what would you say to someone? Is it You or can anyone learn with the right mentor?
Oh no, anyone can learn. There's no doubt about that. If you're really receptive and you're actually paying attention, you put in the work, like someone like you who has been able to teach the step-by-step process versus just, oh yeah, hop into options. It's great. You make a lot of money. It's like,
Yep.
no, you need to know the full breakdown. And
Yep.
you were able to do that for a lot of people. There's plenty of people in the Discord that have been even some with software, some without software. You see constant just profits.
Yeah.
You see everyone that can actually learn from it. And that's the biggest part.
Yeah, that's true. I had kind of said, I hope I was part of that because I forgot to
Oh
ask you,
yeah.
have you invested in education like prior to the mentorship? Had you paid anyone for education
Uh
and trading?
no, that was my first real dive into the education with this, and it's needed.
Yeah. I think it's just, do you think it's a learning curve thing? Like investing in education is going to help expedite your learning curve, or do you think there's more to it than just simply that?
There's definitely a learning curve. The education is a huge part of it. And then there's the real hands-on. Like you gotta actually get your feet wet, get into it. Paper trading, obviously, that's gonna be your best route
Yep.
to start. But just consistently using the basic like good practices.
Yep.
A lot of the stuff is stuff you teach.
Yep.
And then like there's stuff like TD Ameritrade, they have their 7-hour course.
Yep.
It's just all of this kind of just helps people really get a good grasp of it.
Okay.
And people need to educate themselves.
Yeah, 100%. I do think, I guess if you had a friend, family member, whatever that was to ask you, obviously you're doing well. Like, how are you doing well? And what should I do? Would you recommend the group? Would you send them my way to join the mentorship?
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, you have all the resources. You've put in the work, you have tested proof, and then people that are in your group can also attest to that. That's the
Yeah,
only reason I'm actually able to start profiting.
that's awesome. Dude,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Yeah, you said like a lot of the group, it's true, is very successful. You see profits in the Discord
Mhm.
all day. And you're in there a
Yeah.
lot, and it's just, it's
Oh yeah.
unreal to see. I guess the learning curve for everyone is different, but with the right information, it's possible for anyone to learn how to trade. I don't want to keep saying anyone who's skeptical out there, but to address the skeptics, because like I
Mhm.
said,
Of
it is a
course.
thing out there being scammed, investing in total nonsense, right? Do you think it was worth the investment, the mentorship?
Yeah, there's some things that like you have to put money in to really get the result.
Yeah.
Because you provide like you do a lot of extra work in there, then you just keep doing that work regardless. Because there's obviously the initial like money to get in,
Hmm.
but you consistently pump out new things and like updates and all this extra work that isn't part of that price. It's just everything that you keep providing over and over of just new content.
Yeah.
So it helps kind of realign yourself, get back into it, and focus again.
I like that. That's a good point. I mean, like I said, I've committed my life to this. And so anything I
Oh
can
yeah.
do to help,
Hmm.
is amazing. And so I don't, sometimes everyone is like, oh, these testimonials are fake because it just seems too good to be true. But I do think, what do you have to say? If before I say what I was going to, what do you have to say to that?
You could honestly say that with anything.
Okay, that's a
Like,
good point.
too good to be true. I mean, like, people, I have a good example for like my brother. He's a phenomenal programmer. People don't even imagine the type of money he makes because he put in the time, he put in the effort,
Yeah.
and he showed himself profitable.
Yeah.
And it's just that time commitment and it's really diving into it. And you can get here with if you actually like apply yourself, put the work in.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I was going to say anyone like starting out who's already in that mindset of there's no way
Hmm.
this is possible. There's no way that guy's doing that well. There's no way he made
Yeah.
720 minutes, whatever. You're already setting yourself off in a, or you're putting yourself in a position where if you don't even think it's possible, like there's just no way it's going to be possible for you. Like people come
I know.
into trading with that doubt, like self-doubt or doubt of their mentor,
Yeah.
where you just, I even say, like, I know that there are guys trading strategies that I don't know how I would ever be profitable doing that, but it works for
Mhm.
them. So,
Yeah.
you just have to keep an open mind and stay, open-minded is the best way to say it when it comes to trading as a whole. Let's transition and talk about the software. You did get access how many months ago?
I think it's been about 5.
Okay. And obviously, without me trying to explain what the software is, I just want you to share like your honest opinion since you got your license, how that has come into your trading and what you learned in the mentorship group and has led to success you've had more recently.
Yeah. So the software, it's helped me kind of lock in and like really use the patterns efficiently. So like the setups that you teach, there's been a lot of opportunity recently with these pullback plays.
Yep.
Market's been going crazy. And then it kind of gives you that extra confidence because you see people looking at the same stuff you are, but you can see they have a lot of confidence behind it, which makes you in turn go like, oh, okay, let's actually take this. Let's apply everything I've learned and try and send a good trade. And there's been multiple ones that have come through that have just been absolutely astronomical. And it's helped me actually turn those profits.
Yeah.
So it's been great. I mean, it's taught me a lot of discipline too, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. So positive experience with the software. Is it really an edge for you, would you say, in the market? Like it is that edge?
Oh, yeah, honestly, it has been. At first, I had no idea really what I was doing, but I mean, like anything, you got to learn.
Yeah, 100%. Anything, I don't want to take too much more time. Anything you'd like to share? Just anything. This platform is yours to say whatever you want. Obviously, I didn't pay you to do this.
No.
Correct. Just to clear that up. But yes,
no, I actually
yours.
feel very confident being able to talk about this because it's something that I really like dedicating my time to and something that actually provides me a lot of worth for what you invest. The education's really helpful. So, and then this whole skepticism thing, I get it. It's normal and it's natural.
Yeah.
But you can't go in with a negative mindset. You're going to really just handicap yourself pretty hard.
Yeah.
You got to be able to get into it, believe, and just stay positive. So it's been crazy, but it's very nice to see progress. That's for sure.
That's awesome. All right,
Yeah.
Ray. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed hearing from Ray, hearing his story, listening to the journey that he has been on with me over the last 9 months, hearing his successes, his failures, but overall, how I have been able to help him find that consistency and profitability in the stock market. If you're skeptical, at this point, I don't know what to say. I hope that you've taken this at least as a sign to go out, to find someone, if not myself, that will guide you to finding the same success and consistency that Ray has found, that I've been able to help him find. I'm here to help you if you would like it. If you'd click the first link in the description and apply to my mentorship group and are accepted, I look forward to working with you, whether you are just looking to simply follow along and copy my trades in the market because you don't have the time to learn, or whether you want to commit and dedicate the time to learn this lifelong skill of trading. It is totally up to you. Again, the first link will be in the description below. I hope you guys did enjoy. Subscribe to the channel for more, and I'll see you in the next video.